I close my eyes and see you. Oh, there's someone else with me. I wish that it could be you. Only for the family in my world of make-believe. It's you I touch tenderly when I make love to others. You're not mine, I realize, but I can dream and fantasize. Oh, there's someone else to be. I wish that it could be you.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Court date for the 40-year-old man who cops say went on a rampage, gunning down 5 people in Philadelphia, wounding 2 kids. And there's surveillance video of one part of the horror.
Where you see the shooter just firing at random, and he shot at a car, and driving that car is a 33-year-old woman, a mother with her 2-year-old boys in the back seat. And one of them got wounded, shot in the leg. The other one got glass in his eyes.
Fox 29's Steve Keeley. Authorities in Washington, D.C. are searching for the person or persons responsible for the drive-by shooting that wounded 9 people. The man who admits to killing 23 people during a mass shooting at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas, nearly 4 years ago will be in court today for his sentencing. And the FAA expects some 50,000 flights as people try to get home after the holiday. America is listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And right now it is Wednesday. It's the 5th.
Hump day.
Hump day. There you go. 5th of July, the morning after. I'm Rayford Brown.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And I'm Kelly Knapp, and I'm not really here today. No, she's not. She's taking her doggy to the doggy vet.
Yes.
Doggy doc.
I have to take my cat today, later this morning.
I don't. I
For
need
his
to go see the vet.
His normal checkup, but he's such a good cat. They try to keep him every time I take him in there.
Yeah, well, I've got to go to the doctor this morning too, just for a checkup and see how things are going. And try to get rid of this frog in my throat. I don't know what this is about. I think it's the weather. Boy, I'll tell you what. Yesterday, I've been in hot weather, in the times that pass, and we have hot weather around here from time to time.
Yes, we do.
But I don't think I've ever been on a day when there was absolutely no wind blowing, when the temperature was 95 degrees. The heat index was 105.
It was stifling out.
And it was difficult to breathe, difficult to walk. And, I did not do any of the cooking yesterday, but the folks down at Tideline who stood over that hot charcoal grill.
God bless them.
Oh my God. And it was so good though. I did take some homemade chili down for the hot dogs, but Elise down there, she marinated some chicken, and she told me what she marinated, a bunch of drumsticks for like 30 hours or something.
Wow.
And they were, oh my goodness gracious, they were some kind of good and gooder.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it was. It was a good day.
I went over to my neighbor's house for just a little bit. Their grandsons were over there, and it had been a while since I had seen them. So I went over there, sat at the kitchen table in front of the windows, and it was my mama's table. When she passed away, a lot of her things, we gave away, and I gave her a little table and chairs to the neighbors.
So that was nice.
I got to spend some time sitting at Mama's table yesterday, so it was really nice.
That could be a title for a country song, Sitting at Mama's Table.
You're right. I like that. I like that. Maybe we get Earl Jones to write us one.
Yeah, well, yeah. John writes well, and
Well,
Earl and John
yes.
together, they play well. Sitting at Mama's table.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
I do too. I got to think about that one a little bit.
I think I hear a puppy.
Yeah, well, she's up. They've I just went up there and they've been fed and they've had a little treat this morning. So Shockwave, no doubt, is going to be at the door and is.
He's wanting to come
He
in, so
wants
let
to
me
come
go
in,
get
so,
him
we'll
in.
may as well let him get in here now. On this date, the day after the 4th of July, the year was 1946. A guy named Louis Rayard, he's a French designer. You know what he did that day? He unveiled what they called a daring two-piece swimsuit
Whoa.
at a popular swimming pool in Paris, Gay Paris. Parisian showgirl Micheline Bernardini modeled the new fashion, which Rayard dubbed bikini. Why did he call it bikini? It's inspired by a news-making U.S. atomic test that took place off the Bikini Atoll in the Pacific Ocean that same week, earlier in the week.
Interesting.
Now, the Bikini Atoll has got two cone-shaped things coming out of the ocean.
Oh.
Hence,
Okay.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Got the picture. Here
Yes,
you
I
go.
do.
European women first began wearing two-piece bathing suits that consisted of a halter top and shorts in the 1930s, but only a sliver of the midriff was revealed and the navel was vigilantly covered. In the United States, the modest two-piece made its appearance during World War II, when wartime rationing of fabric saw the removal of the skirt panel and other superfluous material. Meanwhile, in Europe, fortified coastlines and Allied invasions curtailed beach life during the war, and swimsuit development, like everything else non-military, came to a standstill. But right after the war, a year after it ended, 1946, that's when what they called at that time a very daring two-piece swimsuit was unveiled at a swimming pool in Paris. By today's standards, it was like, wow, that's a big old bikini. There's a lot of that covered a whole lot of material of human matter.
It's just like we were discussing last week on the air. You need to take a trip to the beach and just sit there and people watch because it's an eye opener.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think I would take young kids with me.
Well, if you ever travel down to the Caribbean, especially Jamaica and some of the similar islands.
Yes.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You're a world-class traveler. I'm sure
Not
you've
me.
seen a lot.
I'm not a world class. I love the Caribbean. It's my favorite part of the world. The water's great. So it's always cool. Good places to be.
Is it as blue as it appears in the pictures?
It's greenish blue. The blue is nothing but a reflection of the sky. The New River, nothing against the New River, but it's dark, right?
Yes.
But if you take a picture of the New River on a cloudless day, you will find that it is blue. Because
Really?
It's like a mirror. It's reflecting from the sky, what the sky looks like.
Oh, next cloudy day, I'm going to have to go down to the river then because I've never seen it blue.
Cloudless day.
Cloudless day,
Yeah,
yes.
you won't-
Okay.
When you look at it, you don't notice that. But when you take a photo of it, that's when it shows up as
I'm
blue.
going to try that.
Yeah, it does.
I'm going to try that.
Don't put a polarizing filter on your camera, though. You don't know what that is, so it don't matter. You don't have a camera.
I
You got a
have
telephone.
I do have a digital camera, but I very seldom use it.
Okay.
I need lessons.
The rip currents are still there. I think they had 46 rescues documented yesterday, probably more than that. 90 on Monday. I don't know of any fatalities since the weekend, since the one 58-year-old man from Sanford, he died trying to rescue some friends, some
Yes.
children got caught, and all of them were rescued, but he perished. And that was down at Fort Fisher.
Yes, I think he was, 58?
58. Yep.
Young man. Still young.
Yep. So anyway, and the rip currents are predicted to continue this week. All conditions are favorable for the development of rips. So please, y'all, don't get stupid.
You can just about figure that anytime you go out to that beach water, you're going to rip current
Yeah,
somewhere.
there's a really good possibility somewhere, but right now it's a heightened risk of rips.
Or
Let's just put it that
jaws.
way. No.
Dun.
No. Jaws are a figment of everybody's imagination.
Yeah, you
Jaws
go-
really does
go
not
ahead.
even exist.
Yeah, get out there and feel something swipe your leg. See who's first back on the sand.
That will be you.
I'll beat you. I'll be up over the dunes before you even know I came out of the water.
Yeah, well,
And I used to love the ocean. As we were kids growing up, we spent most of our weekends at Scotch Bonnet Pier.
oh yeah, that was a good place.
That was before Bertha took it out.
Mhm.
That was our favorite place to go. And someday, can you convert a VHS tape?
No, I cannot.
I need to find someone who can convert it. I've
There
got
are-
a VHS tape of what the beach looked like 12 hours after Bertha hit it.
Really?
It's really,
Oh,
ooh.
flat.
Yes, and the homes that the sides of them were torn off. You could see the bedrooms, the bathrooms. You could see the inlet that was created by
Yeah.
the storm.
Right.
Crossing over the road. It's really an eye opener. Trailers upside down.
Yeah.
And have you noticed since that happened, Bertha and Fran, for a while the beach stayed pretty quiet, and now it's built back up again.
Mhm.
I'm telling you.
People forget.
Mm.
And when you forget and don't pay attention to it, and you put a ton of money each,
Yes,
don't put anything there that you can't afford to lose.
right.
My dad used to say the best thing, if you want to have a place at the beach, because in those days you could buy a 50-foot lot for next to nothing,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
He said, get yourself a travel trailer.
Yes.
And an old junker is fine, because even if you don't have time to go down there and drag it back, if your $500 travel trailer, in those days you could buy junk ones for that, used ones. He said, if it goes away, you ain't lost much. No, not a big deal. The land's still there.
Once you keep the wheels on it, and hurricane comes, you can just load it up and bring it
Absolutely,
home.
which is what you should do.
That's what I would do.
I lost one down there at the old ferry marina during Florence because the water came in and came up inside it.
Wow.
And it destroyed it. Just the river water came up that high, and wind didn't do any damage. Nothing else did any damage. Just the water came in and destroyed it. And we tried. We got estimates, and we were working on it. But it just, the more you dug into it, the worse it was. Gave it away. The guy to haul it away. So, and we were going to put a new one down there, but you know why?
True.
Those things are $30,000 these days.
Well, they have campgrounds down there. If you have a travel trailer, you can. I would do it a year in advance, rent a space for a week, and
you can
take
do
it
that.
down there.
Yeah, but it was fun to go down there and just spend the weekend. And quite often, Robbie would stay. She used to stay there. I'd travel back and forth to Jacksonville and do my work, and had my boat down there. So it was kind of nice to do that.
It does. It
Yeah,
sounds
just
wonderful.
walk out the door and get in the boat and take a little cruise or go offshore, do whatever.
You ever think about how fortunate we are to be living right here on the
Oh,
coast
it's
and
wonderful.
be able to go to the beach,
it's
be able to go
wonderful.
fishing out in the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're lucky.
Anybody have any special things that you did yesterday that you'd like to talk about? Anything that's that you saw at the fireworks displays? I guess everything went off without too much of a
I
hitch.
heard plenty of them last
Yeah,
night.
there
A
were
couple
local ones
times
here.
sounded like cannonballs.
We had some up that were further down Piney Green Road than here. And the retired Sheriff Miller, Hans Miller, he lives about a mile away from me, and we were chatting at the time and on radio and ham radio, and things were going off boom around him. I could hear them from here, but they were somewhere in between us. We don't know
Right.
exactly where. We're guessing around Riegelwood.
I have a friend that lives in Highland Forest, which is right across from where Hans lives, and I was talking to her on the phone last night, and I could hear them through
Yeah.
her phone.
Yeah, that could have been where all of it was coming from.
It
Don't
was
know.
loud.
But anyway, it wasn't too bad. Not loud enough here to impact the doggies or us or anything else. So it was fine.
Yes. It was good. I didn't hear a lot because I told you it's hard to hear things in my house,
Mhm.
but there's a couple of big boomers that did make its way through the sound barrier. And I was like, wow, but it didn't bother me. But it seems like it was pretty calm night last night in Jacksonville.
I have not heard
Not
anything.
heard anything
I've
yet.
tried to Google just in case there was stuff going on, but nothing popped up.
Well, that's good. I hope it was a peaceful night for everyone. Oh, Kelly says what
Yeah.
you were hearing last night was the mess in the Commons.
Yeah, well, it could have been coming from the Commons, but the stuff that I heard was coming out through this other window here and
Yes.
down Piney Green Road.
Yes.
And that's the same thing that Hans Miller was hearing.
Yeah.
So I didn't open the left ear or the left windows.
Could you imagine being out somewhere last night, like maybe at the gas station pumping gas, and all of a sudden you hear that, thinking it's, shots fired?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Gosh.
take cover and draw.
Yeah. That happened to me one time. I was on duty and I was getting ready to go somewhere to work, and I stopped to get gas. At about the time a car passed by and a big old backfire.
Mm.
Woo! You talk about heart pounding.
I'll tell you what, the worst occasion that I ever had with fireworks, Sergeant, I forgot his name. Anyway, at the police department, he and I got into the car, backing out of the old police department around the backside,
Mm-hmm.
and automatic weapons fire went off.
Whoa!
And we both bailed
Oh,
and we drew down, and they were having some kind of an event for the youth at the Infant of Prague next door.
Oh.
And one of those idiot, or maybe more than one, sneaked over, and firecrackers, the little firecrackers,
Yeah.
they lit the top one and threw the whole thing towards our car. And he went,
Oh.
pow, prr, 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 prr. And no,
That's not good.
that is dangerous.
That could get yourself shot.
That is extremely dangerous.
Whew.
Yeah. So anyway, that was what are people thinking?
I don't know. I just don't know.
And it sound like automatic weapons going off, an automatic weapon going off.
Well, the national news has yet to hit on any stories that occurred last night. But so far, everything seemed to have gone well last night.
Up there in Pennsylvania, they got as you heard on Fox News, they got their first appearance today for that idiot,
Idiot. You're right there.
that most stupid of stupid people. And it's another one. There you go.
Uh-oh. I think it's Lulu.
Yeah, probably. And anyway, killed a bunch of people. And I'm like, come on, what in the world is wrong with you? I don't quite get it. It's just really vicious and mean, and shot people, killed them, wounded some, including a couple of kids in a car, and it was passing by, and he just opened fire on the car.
It's super sad.
It is super sad. So I don't know. Killed 5. That was on Monday, and he was wearing ballistic vests.
And carrying a
so-called-
police scanner.
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, the disgraced district attorney there, who was impeached, he's a really liberal guy, Larry Krasner. He's blaming Republican legislators because he said it's their fault.
Of course.
Now, I'm sorry. If you would prosecute people who do crimes, all crimes, including gun crimes, especially gun crimes, you make a deal. Let's make a deal. If they've got a stolen gun, if they're charged with violating any other gun ordinances, if they shoot the guns illegally, and you take a deal a misdemeanor charge and let them walk, what kind of message does that send? Sometimes you've got to use the law as a deterrent to other idiots out there, not just to this individual, but to all of the other idiots
I
who may
agree.
decide they want to do something.
I,
Don't blame anybody. Your only person you should blame is the first dude you look at every morning when you get up.
That's right. Look in that mirror and just be grateful you're up. And pray for a good day.
On Monday night, this dude, I'm not going to call him a gunman. The media calls him a gunman. This scumbag opened fire in a section of Southwest Philadelphia, killed 5 people, injured several more. Multiple children were hurt, including a 2-year-old who was shot 4 times in the legs. A 2-year-old. The guy's 40 years old, wearing a ballistic vest, had an AR type of rifle, along with multiple magazines. He was caught by police, and he faces several counts of murder, aggravated assault, and felony weapons charges. He'll spend 4 years, like the other guy that there's getting ready to sentence him, I guess, today, who did something similar 4 years ago. Why is it taking 4 years to get before the judge and a jury and find out you're guilty?
It's our court system for you.
When this kind of stuff drags on and on and on and on and on, let's make a deal. Let's go ahead and take a, you can plead to a lesser charge.
How many times have those habitual felons pled out?
Before they could be convicted again
Right.
of a felony, they would plead to a misdemeanor.
Right.
Therefore, they don't go to prison automatically. I have nothing but disdain at this point in time.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah. Nothing but disdain for the system. The cops do everything they can. In most cases, do everything they can, at least the conservative ones. Then you get to a court and you've got liberal lawyers making deals, hopefully making deals, they think, for a lesser sentence. They judge shop, which should be the absolute. You should have to go to whatever judge you draw out of a hat. Draw the names, all the judges out of a hat, and find out when this judge is going to be on the bench. And no, you can't make any continuances at that point in time. You've continued that yourself out.
Well, I know there's some judges that if I ever had to go before one, there's some I would prefer over the others.
Well, yeah, a bunch.
Most definitely.
But the problem is that's just wrong.
Yes.
You
I
should
agree.
not be able to. You should not even know who the judge is going to be until you get to the courtroom the day, and you cannot continue at that point in time.
I'll tell you, every time I ever had gotten picked for jury duty, I just always prayed it wasn't Judge Strickland on the bench. Oh, that man scared me.
Jim Strickland was a good
Oh,
guy.
he was a great
I knew
guy.
him when he was a lawyer. I think he was a county lawyer.
I mean, people would walk in there wearing T-shirts and blue jeans, and he would have a fit and tell the bailiff, take him home.
Yep.
Tell him to change his clothes and bring him back. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So anyway, enough ranting and raving. 910-333-0139. Make that, put that down on your phone here this morning. We've got Dr. Rosemary Stein coming up in about 8 minutes.
Right.
And we're going to take a break here and do some weather, and that should take us up to
Oh,
the
it
dock.
is weather time,
It
isn't
is
it?
weather time. So
How about that?
hang in
That
there.
went fast.
Don't go too far from your radio, because we'll be right back after weather, after these breaks with weather, and then Dr. Rose. And after that, it's all urine. If you want to,
That's right. It's open mic.
there you go.
Let's do
Right,
it.
Make a note of the number. How did you celebrate the 4th? That's what we want to know.
Right. And if you don't remember the number and you're watching, it's right above my head here
If you're on Facebook or
Big red
YouTube,
letters.
there it is.
with the baseball bat on top.
And I'll try to give it to you again and again and again. 910-333-0139. You're live and local Real Talk Freedom, 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville. Fox
News, I'm CJ Papa. Court date for the 40-year-old man who cops say went on a rampage, gunning down 5 people in Philadelphia, wounding 2 kids. And there's surveillance video of one part of the
research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer. And you should too, with the Cub Cadet zero-turn, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet, all engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard with Cub Cadet. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
It's summertime. No schedules, no stress, and no cooking. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen has got you covered. Order a Carolina-style seafood boil to go. Sausage, potatoes, corn, with your choice of shrimp, crawfish, lobster, clams, mussels, crab legs, or a mixture. Seafood boils also make great party pleasers. Grab a quick lunch of Philly cheesesteaks, Italian sausage, fish tacos, and more. Dine in or take out. Curbside or dockside pickup. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen. Corner of Front and Moore Streets in downtown Swansboro. BurrowLowCountryKitchen.com.
Cannonball!
Serving all of Eastern North Carolina's in-ground pool needs, saltwater pools is your go-to for summer fun this year. Whether you're in the middle of building your home or just looking to make your existing home into your paradise, Saltwater Pools will work with you to help make that dream a reality. We can specialize your pool to suit your vision of a personal oasis, with lots of options to suit whatever your budget may be, with features such as spillovers, heaters for those cooler months, wireless pump and light controls, animal-friendly features, rock outcroppings, tanning ledges, custom lighting. Call Saltwater Pools of Jacksonville at 910-333-5055 to start working on your backyard getaway. Focus on top quality installation, competitive pricing, and fully satisfying our customer needs. Saltwater Pools is ready to make your life a lot cooler. Call us at 910-333-5055 today, and we'll have you swimming by July.
You'll love it.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Well, the staff there at Tideline Marine, downtown Jacksonville, they're getting ready to open the doors in 1 hour, and you can get in there and have a good time, shop for some fishing lures. They got some great lures, and some guys came in yesterday and say, the Spanish are all over the beaches. We've got to get out there. We got to catch. What can we use? So they left with some basics. They were not saltwater fishermen. They had just moved to the area, but they heard about it. They had a boat, and they wanted to go out there and catch some Spanish. Spanish are fun to catch.
Did they stop back by to let you know?
No, they didn't. If they had, we were out back eating anyway. But anyway, they got some of the stuff. They got some lures. They got some things that are not the most exotic in the world, but some things that pretty much will be guaranteed to bring home some bacon. Not necessarily the biggest fish in the sea, but some decent fish to have fresh Spanish mackerel for dinner. So stop by at any time. The staff there can help you get hooked up, pardon the pun, and with some of the basics.
Yes.
Whatever you do, get a variety of the Clark spoons, the gold and the silver, especially different sizes. The small ones are good because most of the Spanish out there are going to be real close to shore, going to be relatively small, but also get at least one planer. They've got them already pre-rigged, so you don't have to just try to figure out how to do it. They got some that are pre-rigged. Buy at least one of those so you can get your lure down deeper, because all the fish are not always on the surface.
Nope.
Okay, they may be down there. They may be sounding. That means they're going down, up and down, up and down, chasing little bait fish. And keep one down low, at least one down low, and at least two more on the surface or close to the surface. And the best time to do this is early morning or late afternoon, either one. You're good to go either way. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Winds today out of the southwest, 5 to 10 knots, gusts up to 15, becoming southerly later today. Seas only 2 to 3 feet. That's going to be the case for the rest of this week.
Nice.
Dominant period, 7 seconds. Sounds and rivers light chop. Tomorrow, pretty much the same. Southwesterly winds 5 to 10. They'll switch around to the south in the afternoon, so about 10 to 15. Seas 2 to 3 again. Dominant period, 6 seconds. The same. Sounds and rivers only a light chop, but increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. Friday, westerly winds going into the weekend, 5 to 10. Southwesterly in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop.
And today we have an
Hot.
80% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a high near 89. Heat index values as high as 100. South wind 3 to 8 miles per hour. Tonight, we have a 60% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 72. Thursday, 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a high near 90. Heat index values as high as 102. Thursday night, 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 71. And Friday, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2, mostly sunny with a high near 93.
Our resident concierge
Yes.
Dr. Rosemary Stein, good morning. The heat is horrific.
Ooh, the heat is on.
Good morning. Oh, I like that concierge stuff.
There you go. You doing okay?
Yes, I am.
Good.
How did you guys spend the 4th?
Well, I worked
quietly at home?
I worked in the morning, and then we had, well, of course, worked on the radio in the morning, and then we had down at the marina where I work part time. I worked there for a few hours, and then the marina stuff folks out there had got a charcoal grill going. Let me tell you what, we added to the heat
Yum.
yesterday, and hot dogs and chicken legs and cool stuff, good stuff, and it
Oh,
was
that
hot.
sounds good.
It was hot. Now, out of this comes a guy, an old guy. It's one old, really old guy, oldest guy down yesterday. I think he was having a heat stroke, even though he was consuming a lot of beverage, water and Mountain Dew. Um, Seemed like he was a little bit dehydrated.
Shouldn't total Mountain Dew.
Is that possible?
It is actually. There are two people that are more susceptible to being dehydrated from the sun and getting,
Uh-huh.
and it's the elderly and the very young. And the very young, it's because of their surface and the way that it contacts the sun, but also because their head is larger proportionately than the rest of their body.
Okay, gotcha.
So those are the two groupings of people that you really have to be the most careful with.
Well, the guy, he managed to get back up into the marina after consuming some food and beverage, and got into a chair in the air conditioned place under a ceiling fan. Do you know how good a ceiling fan feels when you are soaking wet in an air conditioned room?
Oh yeah, and
Wow.
that convection, the cold convection is very helpful as well.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful not to, let's say, shock your body with excessive coolness. Sometimes it needs to be adjusted a little bit slower. So just keep that in mind, that the body does get a bit of a shock. If you go from the heat straight to a very cold room, very, very air conditioned, but I'd say probably in the 60s, that will cause a bit of a body shock, which can lead to sometimes like neurological, we call them palsies, but your nerves can just have, I don't know if you've heard of people who get Bell's palsy.
Yes.
Where the nerves in their face, the specific nerve doesn't work as well, but you can get something like that.
That might explain it then, because I'm asking for a friend. So this guy gets home, and I heard from him, and he got actually cold, and the temperature in his house was about 73 degrees.
Ooh.
Had a couple of fans blowing, and he got cold. He got very cold, wrapped up, and then his legs cramped up on him, and his knees and his feet all cramped up. Is this a common thing?
It's not common, but like I was saying, that can happen. If you go from very hot and you've been dehydrated and you have been in that hot weather for a while and you go almost immediately into the cold weather, it's better to adjust the body slowly because you can have this kind of reaction. And so it's sometimes it's a neurological muscular reaction in the body, and you can have shivers and just not feel well.
Yeah. Well, his blood pressure dropped down to 101/59 during this time.
Wow.
Not good, right?
No, that means that he was probably more dehydrated than he thought, and he didn't have enough fluids, believe it or not, and then that blood pressure dropped also because the circulation sort of pooled from the change in the temperature also.
Okay, see, these are good. With this kind of weather we got, this is a prime example of what people need to be aware of, because the effect from that could be a real serious problem if corrective action isn't taken, right?
Yes, and once again, you go from really hot and humid to inside and cold, and you were talking about that fan going, where that evaporates that heat real fast, and you can start having, like I said, some neurological symptoms, but you can also have palpitations and the chills. So you need to be aware of that, but you also need to make sure that you take breaks from the sun before it's too late, and you go stand in the shade a little bit. Make sure that you're drinking the fluids, and then sort of gradually, if you can, adjust yourself to being inside. My first thought wouldn't have been to go and sit under the fan, because that can bring on what the symptoms I was talking about.
Wow. All right. Great advice.
Yes,
now, for you folks
absolutely.
out there, this weather that we're having is not going away. Listen to what the doctor said, because this stuff couldn't be dangerous. Take breaks. Get under. If you're going to the beach and you're baking your brains out, go sit underneath the fishing pier. It's got a big shadow there.
Yes.
Take some breaks that way.
Yes.
I
I take a lot of breaks when I'm out in the yard.
Get
a
in
lot.
and out of the water. You don't have to go swimming in rip currents. You've got to be aware of, but just getting out there and cooling your butt off for a little bit, that's going to help too, right, Doc?
That's right. And remember to make it somewhat gradual.
Yes.
From heat to cold and vice versa. The body does better if you can adjust to it gradually. Can't do it all the time, but if you're able to and you're able to think it through, gradual works best.
Yeah. I got to get.
And remember, last thing is remember that when you are trying to rehydrate yourself, just putting a tiny bit of salt or having some Gatorade or one of those electrolyte drinks, if you've been sweating a lot, is more helpful, because that'll add the sodium, potassium, and the electrolytes back into your body.
Okay, got it. We used to have salt tablets back in the 60s that we would take from time to time.
I used to see all the mailmen, in the office. They would have a pack of salt
Yeah,
tablets. And
I don't know whether
they'd
that's good or
take a
bad,
nap.
but
Well, I think she answered that last week when we asked her about that.
before the days of
Yes.
Gatorade, that's what we did.
I can't drink Gatorade though when it's hot, because it like curdles in my stomach.
Really?
I have to straight water.
Well, I
Straight water.
like the straight water, but the Gatorade is always a go-to for me. Especially if I've stopped sweating,
That's not good.
that's when the Gatorade comes out.
Well, Dr. Rose, what else are you seeing a lot of right now?
I was going to add one more comment.
Yes.
That
Yes, ma'am.
sometimes if you're very hot outside and you go and you think that you're going to drink that Gatorade or that soft drink, and the colder you can make it, the better. And it does feel good. But once again, you get that sort of body shock. So that if you can make it cool and not cold, then probably a lot of you will feel better. That might be what you were feeling when you have that cold Gatorade. And remember, there's also Pedialyte that is has less coloring agents in it.
Okay. Yeah, I keep on the boat. I keep when we're out, I always have Gatorade and
Yes.
water in the cooler.
I like Gatorade. I just sometimes if I'm overly hot and I
Yeah.
drink it, it just makes me sick. So
Yeah, drink it before you get sick.
drink it before I get hot.
Use it as a prevention.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's the best way is to prevent.
And if you're going to be working out in the hot sun all day, start
Hat.
hydrating the night before.
And wear a cap.
That's true.
Yes.
Especially if you could get one of them big old straw hats, like the grandpa used to wear, the big ones. The bigger the better. Cools you down. Helps keep your head cool and your shoulders cool. So, but anyway. Any after 4th of July plans, Doc?
No, we're just going to take it easy, see our kids, and make sure that we try to have a little bit more, let's say, restful times this summer.
Yeah.
We've been kind of busy with the practice and some of our like real estate things that we had going on. But I think it's always good to make time to be with family, to relax, and to enjoy what you have.
Yeah. Well, that's always a good time, and do it inside if you can until late afternoon. Because this 105 heat index is just not pretty, and there's not a breath of air blowing out there right now. I'm looking outside the window. Nothing is moving. So the leaves are not moving.
Stifling.
So there's no wind effect whatsoever right now. So just
and remember to keep the kids out between 10 and 2 to 3 during this
Yes.
kind of weather.
Yes, absolutely.
Inside, I mean.
Yeah. Dr. Rosemary Stein, thank you.
Always great advice.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good
We'll
advice
talk next week.
and very timely. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
If you love ocean pier fishing, the Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant located at mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach is the place for you. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood, straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south of Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime, 910-328-3172.
Good morning, beautiful people. This is Donna Riggs, your local community real estate agent here in Onslow County, North Carolina, servicing Onslow, Carteret, Pender, and the surrounding areas of Eastern North Carolina. I am with Pure 24 Realty in Swansboro, North Carolina, and I am happy to assist buyers, sellers in their home selling and their home buying purchases. So, sellers, let's chat for just a moment. There are buyers currently looking for homes, and homes are selling rather quickly still. So reach out to me at 910-340-0224, and I am happy to come to your home and go over a market report for you to show you what your home potentially could sell for in this market. Buyers, let us meet for coffee on me and have a chat and partner with a local lender here in Onslow County and the surrounding areas of Eastern North Carolina to go over your home buyer budget plan so that we can come up with a budget for you that fits your needs to get you into the home that you can afford and a home for you. Give me a call today to get started at any time, or text me if I can't answer the phone quickly at 910-340-0224. And I am happy to meet with you and go over your home selling or your home buying budget plan. 910-340-0224. Donna Riggs, your local community real estate agent in Eastern North Carolina at Pier 24 Realty in Swansboro, North Carolina. I look forward to hearing from you very soon.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, so how did you guys celebrate the 4th? Did you go to any of the fireworks displays? What did you do on yesterday? Did you just go down to the beach? How about on the boat? Yesterday was a beautiful day on the water, I'm told. It was hot, no doubt about it. But as long as you're out there on the water, somewhere moving, you can stay cool, and that's a good thing. And if it gets too hot, just drop overboard, cool off for a few seconds. The water temperature a couple of days ago in the afternoon down New River, about halfway down, was 88 degrees.
That's warm.
Water temperature was 88. Yes, that's a lot cooler than the air temperature, and it cools you off very rapidly, but it's, that you can easily drop into 88-degree water. Now, the surf temperature in the ocean is somewhat cooler than that. It's not going to get up to 88 degrees. It may be, checked yet, but surf temperature can get up into the low 80s this time of year. So anyway, we'll see. I'll double check that in a couple of minutes. But we would like to hear from you. How did you celebrate yesterday? Were you working? I know, first responders, they were all on duty, and the first responders includes our nursing staff, the ER staff, so
Right.
all of the hospitals. And I haven't checked. I don't know whether they had any issues or not. I don't know how many people came
It's
in.
quiet last
I
night.
did not find any. There were a number of rescues at beaches. I did not find any here in Onslow County. I did not, because we don't have anybody to make reports about beach rescues.
That is
'cause
correct.
We don't have lifeguards on our beaches here in Onslow County.
That is correct.
But they did have over 40 yesterday down in New Hanover County, beach rescues. They had 90 the day before.
I heard they had some at Emerald yesterday, but nothing past Emerald.
Yeah, I don't know what it was north of that area. So I wish there was a site that everybody would post their stuff on. So that would help inform and enlighten and maybe warn other people who are going to the beach what the possibilities are. But quite often the people in the chambers along the beach areas, they don't want to let you know about this kind of stuff. That's bad publicity.
It's bad for tourism.
Yeah, and it's like one year when I was covering 4th of July at Wrightsville Beach for TV. There was a guy that brought in, he was fishing down there, and he brought in just the fish head. Obviously, a shark got it.
Ooh.
And they didn't get shark.
Excuse
didn't
me,
bite it.
sir, but does that qualify for the big rock?
No, it does not, or anything else. And but the Chamber of Commerce was really perturbed when we ran this story. That here's part of what was going on for that festivities.
It's beach life.
It is beach life. But I understand why they're perturbed. But why don't you want to tell people?
Well,
Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is dangerous.
I don't think somebody that wants to rent a condo for a week is going to say, nope, not going.
No,
They're going to go.
They're going to go.
Just be a little bit more cautious in the water.
Yeah, just be prepared and know what's out there and what you can expect.
Talking about sharks. Well, okay.
That was our little Jaws in here.
Yeah, they heard a noise and they've been on alert ever since. Did
Yeah.
you hear about the elderly woman in Hilton Head Island yesterday,
Yeah,
South Carolina?
That's not a shark though.
Yeah, it
That was
wasn't
an
a shark.
alligator.
An alligator. She was out walking her dog
Yeah,
on the edge of a lagoon.
yeah. It's please. She's 69.
Yes.
The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office said the woman was found unresponsive near the edge of a lagoon
Being guarded by the alligator.
at around 9:30 in the morning.
Mm.
Ouch. Rescue efforts were made. An alligator appeared and was guarding the woman.
Yes.
His catch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That gator was
leave-
almost 10 feet long.
Leave the gators alone.
Yes.
But just stay away from them. Do not feed them. You encourage them. Do not walk your dogs along bodies of water like that, because that's an attraction. Little kids and little dogs can be about the same size and an attractive thing for gators. They
Yes.
will stalk you. They will lay down in the water on a ramp or at the water's edge. They can come out of the water, as we saw in the golfer, video from last week, the week
Yes.
before. They'll come out and they'll give short distance. They're fast.
We heard about that one last week in Louisiana where a 5-foot gator came in through the doggy door into somebody's house.
That's really ugly.
Well, that's ugly. That's why I keep things nearby,
Yeah.
just in case something wants to come in my house.
Then they had some, where was it? Down in Florida, guys on a paddleboard.
Yes.
And you see the shark fin. It turned out to be a hammerhead. was
Dun, dun.
trailing him.
Dun, dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Didn't get hurt, didn't get attacked,
Mm.
but the video was there. More than 35 miles off the coast of Palm Beach County. He must have had his big boat out there and carried a paddleboard, so he got on it. No, stay on the big boat. Stay on the big boat. Let's take a break. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Our number. You want to chat? Now's your chance. 910-333-0139. How did you spend yesterday? And how was the heat? Everybody okay? That's one of the things we need to ask. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to paint it, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following Star Spangled savings this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home, down the street on the Richlands Highway in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. 2-pack pork spare ribs, just $1.49 a pound. 10 pounds or more fresh ground chuck is only $2.99 a pound. How about a 2-pound bag of bright leaf hot dogs, great for the grill, just $6.99 a bag. Cello iceberg lettuce is only 79 cents a head, great for those salads. You get a 1-pound bag of fresh strawberries, just $1.99. A 10-pack of selected Kool-Aid Jammers, you get 2 10-packs for just $3. Char King charcoal briquettes, just $5.99. 48-ounce size of selected pet ice cream is only $1.99, and a 10 to 12-count selected pet ice cream bars or sandwiches, you get 2 for $5. Don't miss the 3-day sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home, down the street on the Richlands Highway in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the P.
Baseball is coming to Jacksonville and is happening on the 10th of July. It's a special exhibition game between the Brunswick Surf and Turfs and the Kinston Wingmen. The game is sponsored by Bradley's Jewelers and will be played on the newly renovated Jack Amyette Center's baseball field, which will be the home of the Jacksonville Ospreys beginning with the 2024 season. Game time is 7 p.m. Bring your lawn chairs and a baseball mitt. You might end up snagging a foul ball or or a home run. The organization has partnered with the Chew program, and though admission is free, a donation of a non-perishable item would be appreciated. Food trucks will be on hand beginning at 6 p.m., so come early and enjoy some good food before the game. That's on the 10th of July.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
You know, that game next Monday, hopefully we'll have great weather, and it might even be cooler, or it might not.
That
But
would be
anyway,
good.
you know, there will be food trucks there, and there will be
Yes.
beverages there. So come on out. It's an exhibition game. Brunswick Surf and Turf. Surf and turf.
Surf and
Surf and turf.
Yes.
As in the turf is a surfing, right?
Right.
Surf and turf. That's a
Surf
cool
and
name.
turf.
I like it. And the Kinston Wingman.
Yes.
It's an exhibition game. It's a preview of what's coming to come up for Jacksonville baseball with the newly forming Jacksonville Ospreys next season, not this year.
Right.
This is a little bit late right now to try to get the team together and get
Baseball is
everything
coming
going.
to
But
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville is going to be having its own
so
team.
excited.
I don't remember one ever.
No.
A collegiate type team here.
We've never had one.
So this is, as we've heard, have been explained. The folks are putting it together at the new Jack Amyette Field. It's going to be
beautiful.
wonderful. It's going to be wonderful.
It's beautiful out there.
And the admission for next Monday, the game starts at 7, is free. Nothing. Won't cost you not a thing.
Bring a lawn chair.
And bring a lawn chair and
Maybe
bring
an umbrella.
Yeah, you
That
can
would
do
be
that.
good for the heat.
And you might, if you're so willing, it's not required, but if you're so willing, they've partnered with the Chew program in here, which
Excellent choice.
really helps young people, kids, and all that sort of good stuff have food, especially throughout the summer and after school. Just bring a non-perishable canned good or two, or a case, or whatever you would like to bring. You can get a whole case of garden peas, or with a
yes.
dozen cans or 8 cans, whatever
Just
it is.
think if
that would do.
everyone who came reached into their pantry and brought a can of soup or beans,
Yeah.
something. Can you imagine
Mac
the
and
amount of
cheese.
food?
Kids love mac and cheese.
And this feeds the kids during the summer while
Yes,
they're not
it
in
does.
school.
Well, they may be home alone, things that they can do themselves or whatever.
Well, kudos to
the team.
Yeah, kudos to the team. I'm
Now,
so excited. I can't wait.
Eli and his wife are going to be on Sports
Sports
Talk
Talk
on
Friday.
Friday
Yes.
morning. So they'll be on at 8
9
or 9 o'clock. One
Right
of those
after
hours,
us.
right after we are.
Right after us.
Yeah. So
Yes.
stay tuned for that one as well. We had them last week in here and enjoyed it.
They all
Got the
enjoyed
nuts
it
and bolts out of it.
immensely. Yes.
So, anyway,
great people. Great
come
people.
out and support Jacksonville ball. You don't have to support either team. You can pick one or other, but just enjoy, show your support for this whole venture.
This is ours, people.
It's
We
ours.
finally got something for us.
Yeah, don't have to go to Kinston or Morehead City. To
Hey,
see
and we
it.
didn't have to go to commissioner, city council, anybody to get it.
No.
Not knocking y'all now.
No, not at all. But their city council is welcoming it. It's a great opportunity.
Yes.
Okay, it's time to do a little bit of news. Fox News break is coming up. But what did y'all do yesterday?
Evidently, they
you-
didn't do anything.
Apparently, nobody did nothing about nothing.
Sat at home and did nothing.
Anybody catch any fish? That's all I want to know. 910, and where did you catch them? And don't say in the mouth. 910-333-0139. You're live on Local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
SME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. It's going to be a day in court for the man accused of going on a shooting spree in Philadelphia Monday, killing 5 people and injuring 2 children. District Attorney Larry Krasner.
The man who did this will be facing multiple counts of murder and will also be facing multiple counts of aggravated assault as a first-degree felony, weapons charges, among others.
The Macy's fireworks show lit up the night sky over the Big Apple. And courtesy of NBC, but it was a different story down in Texas. One person was killed, 4 others were injured after a fireworks explosion at an event venue in Gilmer, Texas, in the northeastern part of the state. And at the White House, a suspicious powder was found in the West Wing. It tested positive for cocaine on a preliminary test. Secret Service is investigating. Further testing is underway. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
All right, it's about 3 minutes after 8 o'clock. Our number, I want to chat, 910-333-0139. 910-333-0139. Got it? Good.
I got it.
Okay, so suppose you're aboard an airplane.
Okay, what now?
And one of the passengers,
Mhm.
female in this case,
Of course.
up and down the aisles,
A Karen.
disrupts the flight to Orlando, and something she calls not a real passenger.
She
A
was
fellow passenger she claimed was not real, and wanted that passenger, that not real passenger, to get the F off the airplane.
well, that's not very neighborly.
They got video of her
Of course they do.
preparing to take off from Dallas-Fort Worth International. Thank God they were still on the ground.
Oh yes.
And she said, I know this person over here is not a real passenger. She's walking up and down the length of the plane.
Well, what did she have at the airport bar before she
I don't
boarded?
know.
Rayford, do you normally carry your handcuffs with you when you go on a plane? Maybe you need to start.
Well, I can't carry handcuffs, but I do carry tie wraps, the big,
Oh, that's
thick
right.
ones.
Yes.
They're always in my camera bag,
Yeah, you
just in
definitely.
case.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where she would have been spending the rest of the flight
Right
if we'd
around
been in
the
the
ankles
air.
and the
Yeah,
wrist.
right on the floor, on the bulkhead,
Mhm.
the deck, and secured to one of those metal seat things.
Yeah,
That, you
I
know,
agree with that.
she said, you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to, she said.
Did they ever determine what her problem was?
See, American Airlines spokesperson said in a statement that the flight from Dallas-Fort Worth to Orlando returned to the gate due to a disruptive customer. The flight was met at the gate by local law enforcement. The customer was removed. We thank our customers for their understanding and yada, 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 yada. It's unclear whether the woman was arrested following the ordeal. I don't know. Don't know whether she was arrested. I'm sure something had to have been going on with her. Could have been an episode of some sort or another. You know, there are a lot of folks that are, if they don't take their meds
Right.
and they get uptight, they do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So, and you don't
She
know
was
what kind of
getting
stress she had
off.
been under or anything else. You
That's
just
true.
don't know, have a clue.
And boarding a flight could have just tripped it all off.
Well, I
Like a
guess Hunter
switch.
has been at the White House again.
Yeah, that's
This
was
is-
the huge internet buzz last night. Everyone was making the same comment.
Yeah. Anyway, a white powder, suspicious white powder,
Yeah.
that turned out to be cocaine, tested positive for cocaine. In
In the
Who
executive mansion's library.
in the world, other than Hunter, would have even thought about bringing it into the mansion?
Well, it's my first thought. As soon as I saw the news story, I said, where was Hunter?
Well, he's been in and out of there a lot.
Right.
And yes, he was at Camp David
Camp
over
David
the weekend
this
with his
weekend.
daddy.
Well, that doesn't mean it wasn't left there.
Yeah, who knows?
Do they have cameras in all those rooms?
I doubt it.
In the executive mansion?
I doubt it.
Why wouldn't it?
Oh, well, I don't know.
It's some of those rooms like the library.
Yeah, anything that's open to the public, you don't want it in the bathrooms, you don't want it in the bedrooms or whatever, but anything that's open to the public, there should be surveillance in there. It would be us to have surveillance in there because you just don't know who's going to go in and leave something for someone else.
Well, you know, somebody's sweating right now.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. I don't know where exactly it was found, but whatever. The U.S. District Court judge temporarily preventing White House officials from meeting with tech companies about social media censorship. They're arguing that such actions in the past were likely First Amendment violations. The White House wants to, anything that's posted on social media, they want that's not attractive, that's bad for the administration.
Can't
regardless.
have all you want.
They want that banned. They want to exercise that. They want the tech companies, the big tech, to take it down. Don't do anything that's bad for, says anything about us.
Well, you can't have all you want.
Too bad.
You sign up.
It is what it is.
And you sign up for Facebook, you get an account, and then you get upset over what people post.
Yep.
I learned how to handle that. Just don't get on Facebook.
Yeah, well, from time to time, we'll have somebody post something that's it's not that because they say something about us or whatever,
Right.
but it's something in general that has nothing to do with the show or with what's going on, nothing to do with any of the issues. And some of it is just too profane to leave up there. So it gets booted.
Yes, yesterday we had someone make a comment on our Facebook page, on our live video page,
Yeah.
and as soon as I saw it, I deleted it and banned that person because
Yeah.
no, that's not what we're about, having ugly things like that on Facebook. But
And if you want to comment something that's on the show, first of all, let me explain to you again one more time how Facebook works. You post it up there. We're talking. I don't care if we're talking about the fan over there in the corner that's blowing.
Right.
Okay. We're talking about the fan. And then all of a sudden you say, well, that's not right. Well, that may be 3 minutes later when Lee even sees it because Facebook is not live.
right, I try to monitor both Facebook
But
and
it's not
YouTube.
live.
And of
We're
course,
on a different topic by the time you post that. So we don't even know what you're talking about, especially if you don't reference it.
right. Well, there was a comment yesterday that I had, and I apologize to anybody who saw it before we got a chance to
Mhm.
delete it. But that's how it goes
It's
when
just
you're
like-
doing social media.
It's just like the two idiots that I know of in the last 12 years. Only two.
Only two.
Yeah. Who've come on and started saying crude and rude stuff.
Yes.
And of course they get eliminated. Then
Right.
one of them calls back and starts on a different topic and tries to disguise who he is.
Mr. Man, yes.
Yeah, and that didn't last long.
No.
And Mindy opened his mouth and he said, come on, done. One and done. You're done.
People need to understand we have a caller ID on
We
this
do have a
phone.
caller ID.
And we also know how to trace a number.
Oh, yeah.
We can do that well, too.
And wait, with these individuals, they get reported.
Yes.
And if you've got a cell phone, which you do have, and I report your number as you being using that number, your cell phone provider can get rid of your cell phone service. Did you know that? If you're using it as harassment, they can get rid of your cell phone service. So be careful out there. And that's whether you're calling your ex whatever or, or anybody else.
Well, the big thing is you just need to be respectful and be polite.
Yeah.
If you can't be that, then
If-
don't call.
If you want to chat, that's fine. We'll chat with you, whether you agree with us or not. Love to hear from you. I do it all the time. But when you just trying to beat a dead horse over and over and over again, well, I'm sorry. I'm going to shut you down because the time is valuable.
That's right. And we have a lot of listeners that just like to listen and
Yes.
smile and
And
enjoy the
that's right.
conversation. They don't want all that ugliness.
No, they don't. And we don't want it. A Massachusetts woman who had been missing for more than a week. She was rescued safely, found alive after being stuck waist deep in mud inside a state park. She was in up to her waist, stuck in mud. Have you ever been in mud that really, you could lose your shoes in? I get out of it
Yes.
pretty fast.
Yes.
But, it's like quicksand, but it's not. But she was walking in this state park.
That's
And she
scary.
had not been seen for a week. In Massachusetts, thank God the alligators don't go that far north.
Oh, man.
But she's lucky. She's really lucky. She could have died after a week with no food.
Yeah, it's just amazing that she was able to survive, especially with the pressure of the mud against her body.
Yes, she's 31 years old. They could hear her when the police arrived in the general area. Hikers heard a woman screaming for help in a swamp-like area. And then the law enforcement got there, and they could hear her, but they could not see her. The 3 officers then waited about 50 feet from shore through thick brush and swamp to find her. That's some thick, swampy area.
Well, what was she doing way back there?
I don't know. She believed that she'd been stuck in the mud for at least 3 days, perhaps as much as a week. She wasn't sure.
She probably just got exploring and got a little too far out.
The cops got her out of the mud and carried her back to shore. She got medical assistance. I cannot imagine those 3 guys. They deserve a hero's welcome. To go out there, not even knowing where they were going. The woman, don't know why. Don't have no clue why. I don't know why she was out there. That story's going to come out, I guess, later.
Yeah, she had a 4-wheeler, right? She was on a 4-wheeler?
Yeah, I think she started out on a 4-wheeler, but she was stuck. I don't know whether the bike was stuck or where she just got off, but anyway, she was in waist deep mud. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little scary. That is scary. To be out so far out like that by yourself too.
Yes. Why
Always
you don't need
take
to do
somebody
that?
with.
Yeah, and at least file a flight plan or a walk plan or a swamp plan or whatever. Let people know where you are and where they should start looking for you if you don't return home by a certain time. Always have that, whether you're on a boat, whether you're on a trip, if you're going across country, especially if you're by yourself. Let people know where you are as you go along.
Right.
That,
You need
hey,
to
I'm good. I'm good.
file a flight pattern.
Absolutely. that plan needs to be filed.
Yes.
910-333-0139. I guess some people got a little upset in some locations because there were delays in opening some of the gates for 4th of July
Yes.
celebrations. Wow.
Well, some of those places delayed in opening because of thunderstorms
Yeah.
and lightning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for your own good.
Yeah. They're you want to get there and do all that sort of good stuff, but you really need to understand. You need to understand that sometimes events and their coordinators, they're not going to open the gates and let you stand out there in the open while thunder and lightning is happening. Sit in your car for a while.
Yes, I would much rather be in the car.
Yeah.
And standing out there.
And if they're going to have it, then they'll get it off the ground as soon as possible. I don't know where these places were, but I'm sure. I don't know if we had thunderstorms. More of a rainstorm prior to 6 o'clock
I
last night.
had not a drop at my house,
Really?
but there was a few places here
We
and there
had it
that
here.
said they got a few sprinkles.
Yeah.
But today it seems more likely that we'll get
Yeah.
thunderstorms
Yes.
this
What,
afternoon.
80% or something?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a break. You're live and local Real Talk. Weather's next, right here on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WDSMA.
Welcome to Lingen & Associate Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military, Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
Summer vacation season is here, and if you need automotive service before hitting the highways or just regular maintenance, Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, is here for you. Cedar Point Tire is more than just a tire store. They offer fast auto service from tune-ups to flat tire repair and all alignment and suspension service. Cedar Point Tire carries all the major name brand tires, so they likely have your preference. It's simple. For all automotive service and tires, call 252-393-3188 or visit Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, 1083 Cedar Point Boulevard. Cedar Point Tire, come ride with us.
At Sound Furniture and Appliance of Cedar Point, they are proud to have been in the furniture and appliance business since 1965, and their goal is to continue to offer the best products and services to their customers at exceptional prices. Whether you are furnishing your year-round residence, beach house, condo, or office, they have the furnishings to fit any style. Their sales and design teams offer professional and personal service with product and fabric selection. Sound Furniture and Appliance, 600 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, carries name brands such as Sealy, Lazy Boy, and appliances by Sub-Zero, Wolf, Code, and Hashizaki. Financing and local delivery are available. Sound Furniture and Appliance open Monday through Friday from 8:30 till 6 and Saturdays from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. Phone 252-393-8130 for Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point.
When Ronnie Watson and Steve Matthews first came to Emerald Isle, they came by ferry or private boat because there was no bridge. As the area grew, Ronnie Watson became mayor. And since that beginning, the Emerald Isle and Atlantic Beach area has continued to grow and is one of the top family beaches on the East Coast. In 1978, Ronnie and Steve formed Watson Matthews Real Estate and joined the residential development of Emerald Isle. They were the developers of several residential subdivisions, including Land's End, Emerald Plantation, and played a part in the development of Emerald Landing, Royal Oaks, Stopin Ridge, and several others. Ronnie and Steve realized that the spectacular growth would not have been possible without the community, military families, and neighbors. Watson Matthews Real Estate, serving Emerald Isle and the Atlantic Beach area since 1978. Phone 252-354-2872. Online at watsonmatthews.com.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
On your mark, get ready, get set, go.
Let's go.
Go on down to Timeline Marine. Doors opening, if they're not already open. They weekdays at 8:30 on Tuesday through Friday. And on Saturdays, they open at 8:30. Saturdays, they close at 2 o'clock. The other 4 days of the week, they close at 5 o'clock. So get on down there. By the way, there's a big old bin of ice that they've got yesterday. One of the first customers in there bought 20 bags.
Ooh.
20 bags of ice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
he's having
they
a
needed
good day.
they needed some ice. They needed it now. So it's stored, it's stocked up right now, so you can get some ice. It's about $3 a bag, and
Inflation.
and it's also really hard frozen. This is not the ice that just comes out of a machine that's really soft and
Right.
melts before you can get it to anywhere you're going. These are bags of ice that they put in a hard, cold, super cold freezer. That's what is down at Timeline. Stop by there. They'll be glad to open it up for you and let you get as many bags as your car can hold. You can fill up your coolers, and this kind of ice will last you all day long if you got a good cooler. So that's what it's all about. Timeline Marine, walking out Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Like I say, the doors, if they're not already open, will be opening shortly. if you're water and you're looking for some gas, it's kind of like the only game in town. Pull in the Tide Line. And as soon as this tank is empty, they've got a new tank going to be put in place too. So they're going to put, I think, a bigger one going to be down there. And,
Nice.
so they're working on trying to modernize the whole area. So that's a good thing. George and Elise and the whole staff there at Tide Line, they have your needs. They want to take care of your needs, your wants. And if you want to buy a boat, cool. If you've got a boat you want to repower it, cool, not a problem. They can handle all of that. And several lines of boats down there. And a couple of guys were looking at the Alohas yesterday, the ones with the Tritoons.
Aloha.
The company, a lot of companies come and go. A lot of the boat building companies, they open up and 3, 4, 5, 10 years later, they're done. Aloha has been in business since 1960. I think it was 62. So they're strong. They're there. They're going to be there. So get on down there. Lund is another one that's been in business since the 60s or 50s. I think in the 50s, actually. So it's some really cool stuff for you. Tideline Marines at 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Offshore today, southwesterly winds 5 to 10 knots, gusts to 15, becoming southerly late in the day. Seas 2 to 3 feet. That's going to be the way it's going to be most of the week. Dominant period 7 seconds. Sounds and rivers only a light chop. Tomorrow, winds out of the southwest 5 to 10. It'll switch around to the south 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Dominant period 6 seconds tomorrow. Sounds and rivers a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop later in the afternoon. Westerly winds on Friday, kind of light 5 to 10, becoming southwesterly in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Sounds and rivers only a light chop.
And today we have an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a high near 89. Heat index values as high as 100. Tonight, a 60% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 72. Thursday, 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a high near 90. Heat index values as high as 102. Thursday night, 60% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low around 71. Friday, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 p.m., mostly sunny with a high near 93.
Okay.
And it'll be honey, too.
It'll be honey.
Yeah, honey, too.
Honey.
You know, something else, talk about beach hazards that we've not really talked much about, but people digging holes.
Yes. Did you see that big
Surf
picture?
City, yes.
Holy moly.
Somebody had dug a hole. It was huge. And there's a picture of a fireman standing in the hole, and the hole is as deep as he is tall.
That's
That's dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. First of all, a lot of people walking,
Yes.
they're walking along the edge of it, it can collapse. Sand is not
Yes.
stable.
And what if it was nighttime and people out walking on the beach?
Yeah, that too.
Fall right into it.
Fall into it, and it's not stable. And if it collapses, I've read so many times.
Ooh, I
I've
can't breathe.
never been with the one, but where people get buried.
Yes.
And they start trying to dig them out, and you read the good and the bad outcomes in both cases. Oh my!
With something else to consider, high tide coming in and water filling in that hole.
Yeah.
And a child coming along and splashing in the water on the beach,
And if it's
thinking
6 feet deep,
you thinking it's just water on top of the sand,
Uh-huh.
which it is, but it's in a hole, and that child could fall right in that water.
Yep.
It's just, why do you want to do that?
just because, I guess. But
Plus,
it's
you're
just dumb.
disrupting the turtles.
That too.
Mm,
So just don't do stupid stuff. You know, if you got to say, "Here, hold my beer, honey, and watch this," it's stupid. It's going to turn out bad one way or the other. So whatever you're doing, just stop being stupid.
agreed.
I did not know that this festival we have this weekend or this week, yesterday, was the 39th
Yes.
annual, except during COVID. I guess they missed 1 or 2 years. Wow. Freedom Festival. That's a good name for it too, by the way,
Yes.
especially here in Onslow County. live music, food trucks were there, rides, fireworks last night, and a performance by a country singer, Paige King Johnson.
I have to say I've never heard of her.
I want to say that I have, and I'm trying to remember where. So let me do a quick Google search for her. I wish I'd done this in advance, like yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with her. I tried to see who was performing at the base, but I could never get the names, so I missed out
Yeah,
on
there's
that.
not a lot of information that's coming out of there anymore. Have I seen?
She's pretty.
I
Paige.
think we had her on the air when we were at the other studio. If I'm not mistaken, because she's from North Carolina.
Well, maybe.
Three-time Carolina Country Music Award winner.
Wow.
Female Vocalist of the Year, Country Emerging New Artist, yada, yada, yada.
Wow. Well, maybe we need to get her to come back.
Yeah, we probably do. And so anyway, we need to set up in here. So it'd be easy. The studio is big enough to do it. To have folks like that come in, sit down,
Right.
put a mic stand up, and let them sing their hearts out.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Do you mail a lot of bills or letters?
No, none.
Well, I've got bad news for those that use the Postal Service to pay their bills.
Yeah.
Besides the fact checks are being stolen out of letters. The U.S. Postal Service will soon be raising the price of its first-class stamps to 66
Oh, my God.
cents, an increase of 4.8 from its current 63 cents. The move announced by the USPS in April is the latest in a flurry of rate boosts that will result in the cost of a first-class stamp rising nearly 1/3 since 2019.
I've
Goes
got some.
into effect July 9th.
I've got some cards back in the 60s
Mm-hmm.
when I was really in my heyday in ham radio.
3 cents?
Yep. Some 3-cent stamps on those cards.
Yes, yes. Oh, I used to dread it whenever there was a rate hike because being a rural carrier, you always had to carry stamps of
Yeah.
money in your car because you'd sell them on the route. And the penny increase, make it even, but you had to have a bucket load of pennies with you.
Yep.
But more and more, less people use first class mail now.
Yes.
I mean, most people get their bills online,
Yep.
sent
Pay
to their
it
email,
online.
make payments online, and that's become the way of the world. And the post office has been losing a lot because of it. But they're coming up with a new ground delivery package service too that's going to be cheaper to mail your packages with ground delivery. It used to be that you would walk, well, it is right now. You walk in there and it's like priority mail, priority mail, priority mail. Priority mail is expensive.
Yes, it is.
So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens if UPS goes on strike in August. Because if they do, it's going to put a load on the post office.
Paige King Johnson, "Water Down the Whiskey." That was one of her songs.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember
Yep.
that
So
song.
yeah, she is the lady that we had singing.
I remember her.
She would
I
be
remember the
perfect.
song.
What was the title I told you?
Sitting at Mama's table.
Sitting at Mama's Table. She would be perfect to write that and sing it.
Yes. We'll have to get up with her.
Yeah.
Sitting at Mama's table.
Yeah.
Oh, makes me miss Mama's table now.
Yeah.
I have to go see my neighbors.
Yeah, she's yeah, I do remember her.
Yes.
Okay. What else we got cooking? Anybody want to chat? You got a little while. Kinston yesterday, an annual tradition. I don't know whether it started with the late Congressman Walter B. Jones or whether he
Good
carried
guy.
it on from somebody else. But every year at the historic Harmony Hall in Kinston on the 4th of July, they swear in new American citizens, those who have passed the test and done the whole kit and caboodle, gone through the immigration process legally,
Yes.
and study. They know more about American history and Americanism. That's a new word that I just
Than
invented.
some of our
Than
natives.
many of us. And kudos to them. They want to be in this country. They want to be in this country the right way, and they want to be citizens.
Welcome and congratulations.
Welcome and congratulations. 25 new ones yesterday, sworn in, 14 different countries all around the world. Onslow County resident Mildred, I think that's Lation Thomas, hyphenated, said it's taken a lot of years, a lot of money, and a lot of sacrifices to get here. As for me and a lot of the other immigrants that were here today, being in Kinston yesterday, it's very cool that this organization does this. She was talking about the naturalization. There's a historical group there in Kinston, Lenore County, that they're the ones who put this on every year. She said, we waited there for about 3 hours before I actually did my interview. All I remember is my daughter. She helped me study, and she was like, oh, you got this. And I was trying so hard not to cry.
Oh, gosh. What a touching story.
Yeah.
I know our congressman was there yesterday.
He was there
this morning,
yesterday.
and he's in Jacksonville this morning.
Yeah.
City Hall.
Okay. Yeah, he was there, and the mayor of Kinston was there
Right.
yesterday.
Yes.
The Lenore County Historical Association has hosted its naturalization ceremony for decades. So good for them.
I know, it's just awesome. And it warms my heart to see people who want to be a part of our country
Yes, sir.
work so hard at it. And like you said, do it the legal way.
Yeah, those who want to scam the system.
And I tell you, they've got jobs that they've been working hard at.
Of course.
Pay their own rent and bills.
Yep. We ain't
How
paying
would
them
you
to be here.
how would you like to be out working in your yard, and what comes roaming through your yard but a water buffalo?
Where was this?
Charlotte.
They don't have buffalo in Charlotte.
3 escape from,
Oh,
evidently it was a zoo. And
Wonder
roaming
what water buffalo tastes like.
they were roaming around in East Charlotte neighborhood. As officers responded to calls on Friday about 3 missing buffalo running loose.
Were any of those officers named Bill? Like Buffalo Bill?
Oh, I knew that was coming. Okay. Well, anyway, they were able to eventually contain them. One buffalo was euthanized after it became increasingly agitated.
Yeah, I'll bet.
That the owner was issued a citation since it's illegal to own water buffaloes. They were privately owned. Who wants a water buffalo? Who wants to own a water buffalo? Seriously?
My dad was in the South Pacific during World War II, and he told me about, he said, I don't know which, New Guinea, I think he said,
water
at
buffalo.
the time. And he said this group of people, men, were leading a water buffalo down towards the lagoon. And they slaughtered it down there at the lagoon.
Oh.
It was for food. I mean, it was like, they're cattle, they're form of cattle. And that's what they had. They had water buffalo. So anyway,
That's crazy.
he said that was a strange occurrence
You got alligators coming out of ponds and water buffaloes in your backyard.
in Charlotte of all
What
places.
is going on?
I don't know.
Charlotte's crazy anyway.
Yeah,
Have you been there any? I mean, when's the last time you were at Charlotte?
not long enough ago.
It's like one city block and it's all up. It's all up. That's
you're
why they
talking
call it
about
uptown.
downtown?
Yeah,
Yeah.
uptown Charlotte. It's
Well,
uptown
the
now.
one thing I wanted to know, having gone there in the past a lot,
Right.
who was the woman named Sharon that half of the streets in town are named after? Sharon Amity, Sharon Lane, Sharon Road,
don't know.
Sharon
It's a
Drive,
good
Sharon
question.
this, Sharon that.
I don't know.
It was like, really?
I told you.
I think it was a hooker that worked all the corners.
I used to have to go up there. I was sent up there to do city route inspections
Uh-huh.
for the post office. I spent 3 weeks, hottest part of the summer up there, and everything was like walking uphill and upstairs. Whew, you talk about a workout. But Charlotte is just so compact, and they call it Uptown now, and it's just all like one city block, and it's all skyscrapers.
No, what goes up will come down one day.
Yeah, it's just too liberal of a town for me. I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah, I don't.
And
I don't
driving
desire-
around
driving is
there?
ridiculous.
Driving is, you think it's crazy here on a payday weekend? It's nothing
No.
compared to Charlotte.
No.
Nothing.
No. Yeah, closest I can come Charlotte is Wilmington because it's like 24/7 now.
Well, besides going there
But
for
much smaller.
work, family, we went lots of times to the racetrack, but we took the back country roads in there. It was in a 40-foot RV. It was fun.
Interstate 74 is going to be open, and the part of it is open now down in Columbus
Oh.
County. There's, they got the 70-mile-per-hour speed zone and speed limit, and it's the future Interstate 74 all the way to Charlotte.
Oh,
So you can be able to get there from here a lot faster.
that's the way I go.
74?
I don't take 40, 85 anymore. Mm-mm.
Why not?
Because it's a speedway.
Yeah.
85 highway, Interstate 85. People are doing no less than 100 miles an
Oh,
hour,
wow.
weaving in and out of 6 lanes. I'm like, mm-mm. My nerves can't take it. I have to. I had to go 74, 76. Plus, when you go 74, 76, you go through a lot of towns that kind of slow the traffic
Yeah,
down,
you do.
which is okay with me. And you can get off and have a Bengals or an iced tea or whatever you want.
Yep.
But 85, it's too crazy for me. Too crazy.
All right, let's take a break. Come back. We'll bring you up to speed on the state trooper that was shot
Yes.
Monday night. So you're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1 WSME.
You gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Each machine features a strong deck with a variety of sizes available, designed to deliver a premium cut. An assortment of attachments and accessories, sold separately, allow you to use your mower for more than just cutting grass. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Endurance Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B City should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass size and custom thread pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridge Street, Moore City, open Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158. Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville, has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301 E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
I did want to take a minute to express our appreciation to all of those who advertise on this station,
Yes,
for all of
thank
those
you.
who advertise separately on this show. We've got a number of them. Folks like the newspaper,
Yes.
the Topsail Times.
Right.
We've got a stack of them over there. They got a single big issue
I
this
tell you.
this month.
That's a fantastic newspaper.
It's got lots of pictures, local, and some local stuff. And by the way, in case you missed that, it's local.
And my hat is off to Dorothy Royal. What a fantastic job she's done with this.
And her daughter, they put it together, and it's they do a really good job. If you haven't picked one up yet, they're free. You can get the free issue of it anywhere. If you want to do some advertising, they're all, I don't know where to put it.
Right.
That paper is full of ads.
I picked up the last one and thought there was one stuck inside of it because it was so thick. I
Yep.
was like, oh my gosh,
Yep.
this is one paper.
And that's all that they're doing. They've got an online edition as well, so it's a good opportunity.
She's done a fantastic job.
for
Doing great.
For the 7 folks out there who spent some time and a little bit of money, not much,
Right.
to offer their best wishes for the holiday that we just
Right.
had. They had 7 days worth of advertising they got, and they got a good deal, $100 for
Oh,
7
it was
ads.
a fantastic deal. You
And we
can't
do
get it any
appreciate
cheaper.
y'all doing that. From Hooters to Royce Bennett at
Yes.
Century 21, he and himself as a county commissioner, he
Right.
brought 2 different ads. Pools, patios, and spas
Yes.
out there on Highway 258. Great group of people out there. That spa that I've got right out here, that came from them. It's
Don't you want to sell it?
no,
No.
no, no. I need to go get in it right
I'm
about
getting a
now.
swimming pool next year.
And we had help me out. Who else did we have? Oh yeah,
We
Kelly's
had
organization.
Community Prevention
Yes,
Services. I think that's right, Kelly. I
yeah,
hope I said it right. We had Hooters
Yes.
and pool spas and
Uh-huh.
patios. Royce Bennett,
Yep.
County Commissioner, and then Royce Bennett, Century
Yeah.
21.
And there were 2 more.
And oh God, gosh, forgive me for not remembering. Oh, John
Oh,
Starzinski.
oh my God! How can I
How
forget
can
that?
you forget him?
John Starr is the electrician. He took care of my getting his
He's got us set up.
standby
So
generator operational.
in
Ready
the
to
event
go.
of an emergency, we can still go on air.
We will be here.
That's right.
Can't get rid of us.
That's
So
right. We will be on the
that's good.
internet to say at least.
Yep. And if it, as long as it's not a widespread outage of
Right,
internet, but
right.
we got some backup for that too.
Yes, we do.
We got hotspots for our
Yes, we do.
computers. As long as the station is on the air, we'll be on the air, over the air.
Speaking of computers, I'm taking this one home today and throwing it in the garbage, and I'll be bringing a different one tomorrow. Oh, I'm about done with it.
Computers.
I know this has
Computers.
just been irritating since I've had it.
The state trooper that was injured Monday, he did a traffic stop. I'm not sure what the traffic stop was for.
The guy from I remember the man was pulled off on the side of the road, so the trooper stopped to check on him.
Just to help him. Okay.
Yes.
Assisted a stranded motorist.
Mm-hmm.
So on I-26 in Buncombe County, the guy pulled, he's 30, what was he, 31 years old, I think? Anyway,
He was
the
young.
motorist took out a gun and shot Trooper Jeffrey L.
Yeah.
Dunlap in the chest.
The trooper walked up to him and said, "Can I, are you okay, sir?" And the guy just turned and fired on him.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that vest.
Was it a setup? I don't know.
I don't know, but surely,
Anyway, the trooper, he's taken aback, but he drew and he fired.
oh yeah,
And bad guy be dead.
yes,
That's
killed
the way.
him.
That's the way
Yes.
it works. Trooper Dunlap's 13-year veteran,
Right.
assigned to Buncombe County, taken
You
to a
know-
local hospital for observation and was released.
the effect that's going to have
57-year-old.
on
It
him.
wasn't. He wasn't in his 30s. The shooter was
57,
57-year-old
yeah.
old Wesley Scott Taylor here in North Carolina. I found no criminal history on him when I ran him.
That's right. You read that yesterday. It'd be interesting to see what the autopsy shows, if he was under the influence of some type of drug that maybe he was hallucinating, but that trooper wouldn't have known.
Yeah, well, the SBI is investigating. Of course, they investigated all officer-involved shootings. Trooper Dunlap's been placed on administrative leave with pay while the investigation is underway. So I have zero doubt that this was going to come back as a clean shooting.
No, I think you're right there, no doubt. Do you display your flag on the 4th of July?
99% of the time.
Mine stays up 24/7. Of course, I have a light on
Good.
it because my daddy would be
He would be
he'd
mad.
be sending me signals, believe me. But let me tell you what the Republican National Committee did yesterday. They made a post on Twitter celebrating the 4th of July. But they put 2 flags on the picture.
Kind of like crossed flags.
Cross flags.
Flagstaffs, anyway, were crossed.
And in the blue of the flag was only 1 star. And so when
Maybe they
critics,
forgot.
I don't know where they got the flags from, the pictures.
It's some stock picture that some idiot put up there.
Did they not
chose
realize
it.
whoever did it that those weren't regular flags? I mean, what were they? 1 star in the blue, one big.
And then they had the wrong number of stripes.
Yes. And they said that, yes,
God.
boy, that got hit hard with criticism and
This is
deleted
this is RNC, right?
yeah, the
Okay.
Republican National Committee. Yeah, it says 247 years ago, our forefathers told old King George to get lost. Happy Independence Day from the GOP. And they show these flags. They're not even normal flags. But yeah, they said the image appears to be from Shutterstock, which you can go and get
Yeah.
images from there. But wouldn't you probably picked images that actually were the American
Or
flag?
take your own stupid picture. I mean, it takes you 2
I
seconds
like-
to do it.
Somebody messed up.
All right. Kelly's going to be unhappy
Why?
that she wasn't where she at home.
Well,
We'll talk about it after the break.
Yes.
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it. We stand behind it.
If your plans include travel or getting on the water this summer, please do so responsibly. This reminder courtesy of Waterway Realty in Swansboro. If you are looking to purchase a second home, condominium, cottage, or just a little fishing hut to get away in, Waterway Realty can help. Buying a new or second is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, but it doesn't need to be complicated. Waterway Realty, 406 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro, can help. Waterway Realty offers personalized service and experience when buying a home and will answer all the questions you may have about schools, transportation, shopping, and all that goes into buying a home other than just the price. Todd Matthews is a local boy growing up in Swansboro and is ready to help you find the home you're looking for. Give Todd a call today, 910-330-8659. Waterway Realty, 406 West Corbin Avenue, in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
When vacationing on our beautiful Crystal Coast, you come for the slower pace, the gentle waves, the salty air, and the quality time with family and friends. So while you enjoy our little piece of paradise, let the Barrow Low Country Kitchen help with meals. We'd love to cater your next family event with one of our Carolina-style seafood boils, enough to feed your entire crew. Or enjoy your meal outside at our pavilion on the waterfront. Come by land or by boat to the Barrow Low Country Kitchen in downtown Swansboro.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, we're back. And to set the record straight there, the one person that I could not remember, I don't know why I can't, because I got 2 pizzas from them on Saturday for a cruise downriver. Empire Pizza.
Empire Pizza, yes.
That's my go-to for my pizza.
One of our sponsors.
By the way, they've also got some great lasagna.
Oh yeah, you keep saying that.
Oh,
I've got to go get some.
It's so good. It'll be hot when you get home. It comes in one of those little tin things. It's about that big around.
That's 2 meals.
It's 2
for me.
meals. It was 2 meals for me. So anyway, they've also got some chicken
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
Yes.
They got those. They got their sandwiches, but they've also got the little tins of the same thing there. If you like that kind of stuff, it's more than pizza. And they got some great spaghetti and their meatballs. So good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Absolutely. The Bud Light sales, I still see people drinking it, but their sales have plummeted so much that one glass bottling company is forced to shut down 2 of its plants.
Yeah.
One of those plants is in Wilson, North Carolina.
That's correct.
Affecting, I think they had 400 employees here in Wilson, and the other plant had about 250 in Louisiana.
Yes.
The Wilson plant, and now all these people looking for jobs.
That's over 600 people losing their job.
And why? It's because Bud Light's bottles have gone way down.
Yeah, their sales or something.
Yeah, because a 26-year-old person, they decided to use transgender TikToker Dylan Mulvaney in a photo back in March promoting Bud Light.
Celebrating her 365 days of girlhood.
And America did not take kindly to it.
No, they didn't.
They blasted Bud Light for it. And poor little Mulvaney, she or it or whatever, they've had, she's just having a hissy fit.
Yes,
And
yes,
she's mad now that Bud Light's not supporting her so much.
Right.
But the damage was done.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've already lost billions of dollars in the
Yes.
market value.
Yeah, and and they're in some places their beer, the leftover beer, because beer doesn't last you forever.
No.
They go stale.
No.
And they're selling in some places they're selling it cheaper than water.
Yep. Heavily discounted beer, offering rebates that make Bud Light basically free to the consumers.
Yeah. Well, they're just trying to get their customer base back, and I don't think it's going to work.
Well, I just believe, if I was a business owner and I
would-
put out a product,
I would have thought
I wouldn't
twice about
take
that
sides
one.
on anything.
Mm.
Just put the product out.
Yeah.
Do some funny commercials, but stay out of all the wokeism.
Yep.
Stay out of all the politics. Put your product out there.
Well,
Oh, but you wanted to talk about
sheets.
gas.
Sheets, as in not the things that you sleep on, but sheets gas.
Oh, sheets. Yes.
SHEETZ. Be careful, y'all. But anyway, Sheets Gas reduced their prices yesterday.
Yes, they did.
And people were in line.
No, I won't.
Gas running about 10 a gallon now for a regular unleaded.
They were in line for hours.
For $1.76.
No, not worth it to me.
Basically, is what it comes down to. 17666.
It might be fun out there to
1766.
hang out
Yeah.
with the people and tell jokes and laugh, but it was hot.
But it was hot, and you're going to sit in your car and for a mile worth of wow, they
No.
reduced it for a day.
Mm-mm.
Nope, not going to do it.
Do you remember the gas lines during the gas
Oh,
shortage?
I remember them. There were a couple of different things
I
that were
was
happening.
very young at the
You
time,
had,
but I remember
you had the
them.
long gas lines, but you also your every odd and even
That's right.
ending in your license plate.
I thought it was your last name, or was it the license
It
plate?
was a license plate.
Oh.
If you had an even number
That's right,
for
odd
your
days.
last one, it was one day, and then you had to skip a day, and then they would limit the gas you could get.
I don't think I was even driving then, but I just remember. But I remember the long
It
lines.
was 1974.
Well,
And in the meantime, they had
yeah, I was driving then. Just
tankers
started.
lined up offshore coming into Wilmington. They just anchored up the oil in.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why?
buddy, because they're waiting for the price to go up.
Oh well, that's just common.
Yeah, I know.
Common.
I know it.
No, but I'm not going to go sit in a gas line for a couple hours just to save $1. No.
That's when
Mm-mm.
so many people were going to car dealers and buying the little 4-cylinder cars.
Oh yes,
I
I had a
mean,
Pinto,
Yeah. And,
tin can.
they had so many people trading in their V8s, not going to 6-cylinders because there were a bunch of 4-cylinders out there.
Right.
Oh my God, my boat's got bigger motors. Okay.
So does my skateboard.
Yeah. Anyway, we come to the end of the show. We
Yes.
appreciate all of your
Yes,
listeners
thank
along with
you.
all the advertisers.
Right.
And tomorrow, Kelly will be back in here.
Yes.
Hopefully her critter is okay.
Yeah, he went for a checkup. I
Yeah.
got to take my cat here shortly.
And I got to go get my checkup. So I'm taking Robbie's critter in today myself for a checkup.
Oh.
Me.
Oh, Robbie's critter.
Her critter. I'm her critter.
I got you. I
So
got you.
we'll be able to see Dr. Regina here
Oh,
shortly.
I love her.
Yeah. All right. Have a
good
great
woman.
rest of your day. It's going to be hot again. It's going to be in the 90s, and the heat index is going to be forever. So just be careful out there. You heard what Dr. Rose said earlier. Stay hydrated. Don't go from the heat into jumping into a bathtub full of ice cubes.
Right.
You
Be gradual.
gotta make things gradual. A little bit here, a little bit there. Otherwise, the shock effect on your body is not going to be real good. So
Right.
be ever so careful, okay? Meanwhile, the three of us back in here tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, golly, live and
You're
local
just
real
having a
talk.
time.
I'm having a real time here. So we'll be back in here at some point in time tomorrow on Facebook, YouTube, WSME, 971.com. And of course, over the air at 1120 a.m. and 97.1 FM. Did I get them all?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
and
no.
download
Simple Radio.
Simple Radio.
If you're an app person, you can download Simple Radio, probably the simplest one to use. That's the reason they call it Simple Radio. Download that and you can listen anywhere you go. Okay?
My mouse quit.
Well, shoot
I
it.
have to go to the other keyboard.
You're live and
Anyway.
local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME. See you in the morning.
SME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm